All right, so let's talk about what's going on with the illegal immigrants in Minnesota, the Somalians, Ilhan, Omar, and basically what's going on across the world. Before I get into that, I just want to say that this video is pretty much going to be a continuation of the last video. I didn't really finish saying everything I wanted to say in that video about illegal immigrants and the solutions to those problems. Uh, there is an easy solution to illegal immigration. The problem is that humans are too stupid and retarded to agree to do this. And that is getting rid of all the countries, getting rid of all the religions, getting rid of all the governments, getting rid of all the borders, getting rid of all the languages, basically anything that separates humans. You get rid of all that shit. Guess what? All of a sudden, there is no such thing as illegal immigration. Why am I saying this? Because I'm giving you, again, like I said in my last video, I'm the teacher, right? And this world is your test. I'm cheating for you. I'm giving you the answers to the test of how to get 100 on the test. And it's very simple. I'm telling you what it is, what you need to do. But are you guys going to do it? I'm talking to everybody watching me right now. I don't care who you think you are, who you follow, who you know, what you think you know. I don't care about none of that. I'm telling you the solution to the problem. And I'm literally the only person in the world, as far as I can tell, that thinks this way. We need to get rid of all the shit that separates humanity. I don't care what you think is beautiful. I don't care what you celebrate or what you find to put on a pedestal over something else where you're like, this culture is better than this culture. This culture is so primitive but beautiful. It's been like this for thousands of years and they do these rituals, so we need to preserve it. And all this nonsense that you retards do. That's why we have the problems in the world that we have now. Because of your pride and retarded shit. You're too stupid to see what the root of the problem is. What's causing all the wars, division, fighting, anger, hostility. You guys want to continue on the path that you're on. It's going to continue. You know how they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. You guys keep doing the same thing again and again and again. You've been doing it for thousands and thousands of your earth recorded years, as far as you guys are able to tell. And yet the same shit keeps happening and you're wondering and complaining about, well, why are things like this? Why is the world so fucked up? Why is everything so bad? Instead of saying, this is how we fix it. This is how we get to the solution. Again, I'm giving you the answer. So if you guys, I don't know who's watching me, but if anybody supports illegal immigrants and you have a problem with how the United States deals with that, I'm telling you the solution. Let the United States, and you know how it's so funny. They've fooled you so badly, the ones that control the world, the evil ones, they fooled you so badly into believing that having a one world government is actually a bad thing. That's how much they have fooled you. That's actually the best thing that could happen to this world is one world government. Why? Because again, it gets rid of all the wars. It gets rid of all the barriers, the borders, the illegal immigrants, all the shit that people do. It will go away instantly. Because if you have one world government, do you need to kill? The only problem you're going to have is just bad actors, bad people that are going to be bad no matter what. And you just got to deal with that the way you deal with it in any country. Having different countries isn't helping anybody. But again, humans are retarded. They believe in their countries, and some people actually think they are their country. Like I've talked to people from China, and they're so enamored with their country that they think that they are their country. And I'm like, you're not your country. You're just a person. The government doesn't really give a fuck about you. They're just using you. And they're lying to you. They're literally telling you that they care about you, yet they're doing the opposite by controlling your life and not letting you do shit. How is that? Like, you can't look at what people say. You got to look at what they do. And if somebody's telling you something and they're doing the opposite, why would you trust them? Why would you think that's somebody that you should follow? But they're so oppressed in China, they can't even tell the difference. They don't even know they're oppressed, most of them. There are a few that do, but they're not enough to make a difference. But long story short, to be honest, the whole world is oppressed by these governments and all the shit that's going on. But back to illegal immigrants. Like I said earlier, the solution to damn near every problem, whether it's illegal immigration or wars or all the conflicts and issues that we have in the world, is very simple. It's just get rid of all the things that divide humanity. I don't care if you think it's beautiful or not. I don't give a shit. That doesn't help. Oh, everything. This is so beautiful, this culture, but is it helping humanity? Are we getting anywhere? Are we doing anything? No. We're still in the same shithole world that we've been in. Because you guys keep on believing the same bullshit. That's the truth of the matter. Now, as far as what's going on in Minnesota and the Somalians over there and this Ilhan Omar bitch, that's a prime example of, since we're going to play this game of countries, right? Let's just play this game of countries. Okay, cool. So I'm in the United States, right? I'm a citizen of the United States. I served in the U.S. military. One of the things they taught us is to defend the country against foreign and domestic enemies. What does that mean? Foreign, obviously invaders or other people from other countries trying to come here and take over. And then domestic means people like this bitch who are in the country and trying to destroy from the inside out. That's what she's doing. So she has this operation going on in Minnesota where she's defending these people that are basically creating all these, as far as I can tell, fake child daycares, and they're just getting money from the government and taking the money they're getting from the government, your money that you pay taxes to the government. They're taking that money and sending it back to Somalia and giving it to fucking terrorists. That's where your tax money is going because of this fucking bitch right here. So she's a prime example of an enemy of the United States. That's a domestic enemy. That's what she is. I don't respect this bitch. I don't trust this bitch. I hate this bitch. And she's trying to destroy this country from the inside out. That's what she's doing. It is what it is. She needs to, and she's the most anti-American piece of shit I've ever heard in my life. She hates America so much and she loves Somalia so much that what she's doing in the United States is using her position in the government to funnel money to people in Somalia. So she only cares about taking care of the people in Somalia. She doesn't give a fuck about the United States. Anytime I've ever heard this bitch talk, she's always talking about Somalia or illegal immigrants or whatever. She's always talking about something that has nothing to do with the United States. This is the kind of person that will directly destroy the United States if they are left alone. If nobody checks this bitch and puts her in her place, she's going to continue to cause problems for the United States. She's literally protecting people that are stealing money from the government and sending it overseas to a bunch of terrorists and retards in Somalia. That's what this bitch is doing. And again, she's always complaining about the U.S. and how bad it is. Yet she's using the United States money and her position in the United States government to take care of her people back in Somalia. She is a complete and utter fucking disgrace. How do people like this get into government? Who's retarded enough to vote for this shit? This is how I feel. If it was me in charge of the government, you know what I would do? I would take her ass, throw her ass back to Somalia with all the people that she's protecting in Minnesota and anybody that voted for her. Also, even if you're an American citizen, I would send your ass with her to Somalia. All of you motherfuckers go over there. Go over there. It's so great. You want to support her? You support her cause and everything she's doing and you think she's a good person and all of that? Cool. You all go the fuck over there and stay the fuck over there. And once you get over there, you're going to realize that what Trump said about it being a shithole is the absolute truth. And you're going to regret ever supporting a piece of shit like this. There are few people that when I just see their face, it instantly triggers me. It angers me. Anytime I see this piece of shit, I instantly get angry. She doesn't even have to talk. Just look at her face. Look at what she's wearing. What does she have on her fucking head? Isn't she a leftist? Aren't leftists about women's rights? The thing that she's wearing on her head is a little, and it's called a hijab. I know what it is, but I'm just saying, it's a thing to me. It just looks retarded. But that thing that she's wearing on her head, it's a symbol of oppression of the Muslim women. That's all that is. Do you guys know why they wear it? Because in their religion, women are not allowed to show their hair. They have to cover themselves because it can arouse the men and basically entice the men and seduce the men. One of the greatest values of women and their beauty is their hair. Because it shows, like I said, it's a sign of beauty. The more beautiful your hair, the more beautiful, it just adds to your beauty. When you take away their hair, look how she looks. She looks like a retard. Straight up. She looks like a fucking retard. So anytime I see a woman with that on, automatically dismissed as far as any opinion and anything they think. I don't give a fuck. Nothing that she can say will ever convince me of anything. Automatic, out the fucking window. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. But then she has the audacity, which, as far as I can tell, in their culture, women are not supposed to run their mouth as much as she does. But she likes to run her fucking mouth. So I'm like, you keep talking, yep, and you're not saying shit. Nobody cares about what the fuck you have to say. Yet, you keep on talking. I wonder what would happen to her ass if she was in Somalia or one of these Muslim countries and she kept speaking out against that country, what they would do to her ass. That's why she's over here doing it. Because she can't fucking do it over there. Isn't that ironic? That she's defending Somalians and their culture and the Muslims and all of that. Yet in her own culture, in her own country, in anywhere that there are Muslims, she wouldn't be allowed to run her fucking mouth the way she does. Yet she comes her stupid retarded ass over here and yap. That's all she fucking does, right? Oh, the United States, this, the United States. She's always complaining about how bad the United States is. I made a video about this bitch a long time ago on this channel. Go look at what she says. Go look at how she talks about the United States and what she really thinks. She's a fucking disgrace. She's a walking contradiction. She's a leftist. And as far as I said earlier, I thought leftists were about women's rights. Aren't there a lot of feminists on the left? Yet she's wearing that fucking hijab on her head that basically suppresses her as a woman. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I should take her advice. I should listen to what she has to say, right? And she's not even the worst one in terms of people that are connected to her or that believe in the shit that she believes in. Because there are people that vote for this bitch or that support this bitch. You're even worse than she is. Because you're too retarded to see what she's doing and what's going on with her. You just blindly support this bitch. And you don't even see how much of a fucking retard she is. So what does that say about you? This is my problem with humanity. The shit you guys believe in, the shit you support, and the shit you allow to exist is fucking ridiculous. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go even further. I don't even think this lady actually got any legitimate support or really got voted into office. I think a lot of these people, I know a lot of these people that are in the government didn't really get voted in. They just got placed there to instigate shit. That's what she is. She's an instigator, just like AOC and all these other people, right? She's not a legit person. Yet people take her serious. I'm like, you think this person actually really got the support to be in office? No. She got some support, but because she got that little bit of support that she did get, that tells the government and the evil ones that control the world that, yeah, we can get away with passing this person off as somebody legitimate. We can just throw her up there. People are going to believe she really won the votes and she's got some support. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this bitch there. Because you guys, whoever supports her, has allowed this to happen. She should have zero support. Anytime she talks, anytime she goes anywhere or does any speech or anything, zero support. If you support her, not only are you an enemy of the United States and all the American citizens, you're also my enemy. I fucking hate you and I hate her. That's how I feel about this. I don't care if you guys think, oh, you're using strong language. You shouldn't say, fuck you. I hate this bitch and I hate anybody that supports her. I hate her religion. I hate everything she stands for. And I hate anybody that she's with. And they all need to go back to fucking Somalia. That's how I feel. Take your ass back where the fuck you came from. It's so great over there. Well, fucking go over there then. What are you doing over here? Oh, that's right. You need to extort and use the American citizens and the taxpayers so that way your country can succeed and your people can succeed, because they can't succeed on their own. Because if you go look at Africa, there's nothing going on over there. Anywhere you go over there, it's still they're living like they've lived for thousands of years. They haven't evolved at all. Wonder why? Because they're the greatest people in the world, right? That's why they haven't evolved. But that's what this bitch is. She's one of these people. At least I'll give her this much credit. She's at least smart enough to know where she needs to be and the people that she needs to use. And she's good enough at getting away with murder where you guys can't figure out what she's doing. And it's working for her. Even though she's doing it in plain sight. And anybody can see this shit. Like the daycares in Minnesota. There are people that go to these daycares to see the Somalian run daycares to see if there are actual children there and what's going on there. And there's nobody there. Just a bunch of Somalians that are in the building. There are no children. And they're just getting all this money from the government. For what? They're just stealing it. And guess where the government gets the money from? From you. From the taxpayer. If you pay taxes, you're giving your money away to these Somalians who are giving it to terrorists over in Somalia. That's what you're doing. And she's part of the problem. She's part of the fucking problem. Because she is the mascot for this shit. She represents this shit to the highest degree in terms of the people that are doing this stuff. She protects them. She runs cover for them. She gives them speeches. She actually speaks in her language, Somalian language, whatever the fuck language that is. And she's telling these people what they need to do. And as far as I can tell, they have all types of, they don't even agree with each other, these Somalian people. They don't even get along in their own little tribes. They have tribal wars and shit. And they're bringing that shit to the United States. They don't even get along with each other. And they're bringing their shit over here. Again, that's what I said earlier in my other video. The Donald Trump video, where I said, the only thing I disagree with Trump is that we have so many problems in the United States right now that I would rather focus on the United States. So when he's doing all these foreign things with other countries like Greenland and Venezuela and all of that, even though I support it, I would rather us focus here first, fix what's going on here, and then we can start expanding outward, right? We haven't fixed the United States yet. There's still too many problems like this bitch that we need to fix. We need to get rid of her. She needs to get the fuck out. Until we get rid of people like her in the government, I don't really care about what other people are doing right now. Will I support Trump if he does shit like that? Sure. But this, to me, takes priority. This needs to be fixed first. Because there's an immediate problem that's in the open that anybody can see that is directly affecting Americans and taxpayers. What's the point of Trump giving us $2,000 or $1,076 and all this shit? What's the point of all of that if they're going to turn around and take it from our taxes, the government, and then give it to these motherfuckers? What's the point? What's the point of having the $2,000 or whatever he's going to give us when you have people like this stealing the fucking money? There is no point. That's what I'm trying to say. So all this fluff and the sugar, oh, here's your 2000. Now be quiet, Americans. That's not good enough. Get rid of this bitch. She needs to get the fuck out. He doesn't like her. Nobody really likes her other than her retarded supporters. Yet she's still here. That's another thing the government needs to fix. When there are people that are corrupt and pieces of shit like her, there should be an immediate way to get rid of them. I don't want to hear about this impeachment and all this other nonsense. In any other job in the world, if you're doing a bad job and you're found to be corrupt, you will immediately get fired. I don't care about voting. I don't care about none of that shit. This bitch needs to get fired. Period. I don't care about the process. That's something you guys need to understand, because there will be people that's like, well, you can't just do that. You need to have a process. You need to go through the I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's all fake anyways. Get rid of this bitch. That's what I care about. I'm tired of hearing all these fucking excuses. Get rid of her. She needs to get the fuck out. That's all I care about. If you're not talking about getting rid of her, I don't want to hear what the fuck you got to say. Don't give me no bullshit, because I will shut your ass down immediately. She needs to go. That's how I feel about her. So I hope you guys understand. And that's how I feel about anybody that supports her or anybody that's with her and all her kind. That's how I feel. That's the real truth. Last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is what I started this video with. If you want to get rid of the illegal immigrant problem all across the world, because these motherfuckers are taking over the entire world. Every country in Europe and all these other places, they have these problems with these illegal immigrants, these Muslims, right? It's a simple solution. Get rid of all the borders. But once you get rid of all the borders, then you have to have a world police. Again, you have been fooled and convinced into believing that having a one world government and one world police is a bad thing. It's not. First of all, you already have that. It's called the UN. Second of all, the reason why we have the UN is because we can't get rid of these borders. When it should just be UN as the whole world, not. And see, here's another issue, right? You know how you have NATO and all this other shit, right? What's the problem with Ukraine and Russia? Russia doesn't want Ukraine to be part of NATO. And if I remember correctly, Russia wanted to be part of NATO and they weren't allowed in or some shit like that. Whatever the case is, this is what's causing all the problems. Would Russia attack Ukraine if they were part of NATO? No. In terms of Russia, if Russia was part of NATO, would they attack Ukraine? No. If Ukraine was part of NATO, would they attack Ukraine? No. If there was no Russia and no Ukraine, would Russia attack Ukraine? No, because there's no country to attack. The only reason why they're doing it is because they want to land grab. They want to control that area. So they're like, well, we want this. And it's only one motherfucker, Putin, right? But unfortunately, the Russian people aren't doing enough to fix their government, and they're following what this madman says. So you're just sorry to say, in the past, I would give you an out, and I would say you're not responsible, but you are. You're responsible for your government. You're letting this person run amok and do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And he's choosing to attack Ukraine. So now I'm hearing all this shit about, they're going to have a meeting with Trump and Putin. And they keep doing this shit over and over and over. And I'm like, how many meetings does it take to figure out that you should stop killing people and the war should end? How many times do you have to do this? And the only reason why this is happening is because one motherfucker named Putin wants to fucking take over Ukraine. So we're letting one guy cause a whole bunch of other people to die. That's how stupid this fucking world is. And we're having, let's talk to him again. Let's talk to him again. How many times you gonna fucking talk about this shit before you figure it the fuck out? It's not that hard. Just stop killing people. And I'm at a point where who gets to decide who lives and who dies? What does it matter anymore? If there's going to be a war with Russia, a nuclear war, then so be it. Who gives a fuck? What's the point? What's the point of any of this shit? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'd rather the whole entire world gets destroyed than we continue to live like how we're living. That's how I really feel about it. If the whole world blew up and everybody died, That's better to me than what's happening right now. That's how I feel. I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of seeing the shit I'm seeing. This whole world is fucked. And you guys aren't doing shit about it. You're not. What you guys end up doing is getting mad at people like me because I'm telling you the fucking truth. And you can't handle the fucking truth. You get mad at me and you're like, oh, why are you so negative? What do you mean, why am I so negative? Do you see all the violence and evil going on in the world because of your beliefs? Because of the things you think are right when they're not? Because of your countries, your languages, your cultures, your religions, your politics, all the things you guys believe in is causing the shit to happen. And I'm the bad guy because I'm telling you about it, because I'm telling you that it's wrong and we shouldn't have it. Fuck you. That's how I feel. If you don't agree with me, fuck you. I know I'm right. I don't need anybody to tell me otherwise. I don't need to hear your fucking opinion about this. It is what it is. I already said what it is. Take it or fucking leave it. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. If you like, comment, subscribe, share. We can hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.